Hello guys, in this tutorial we're gonna learn how to grab all these rows through Python script. So nothing special here, pretty much basic skeleton of all scripts we were using up till now. We do have connection and then cursor, and then we will put our request here, then we will execute that request, and then we will fetch results. After that we're gonna close cursor, and if everything is fine, actually even if it's not, we're gonna close connection. Right, so primary stuff. Right, so what about SQL instruction? Well, it's no different than MySQL. So you're gonna say, if you wanna grab everything, every column, you're gonna say select all from people, because that's name of our table in target database. People, is that enough? No, because we need to fetch results after we push request to database, which is actually just a specifically structured SQLite file. Right, so we're gonna say rows, all rows from database. How to get it? Well, cursor dot fetch all, okay, and now we can just print it for testing purposes. So print rows, and it will be kind of mess, but we need to be sure that our script is working at least. There you go guys, it's a mess. Now we will fix this stuff. Right, so how we are going to do that? Well, the easiest thing is to say, to use for loop here. So for some specific, abstract x in rows. So this x will represent any row that we have when we did that fetch thing. So we will just print that thing, that specific x, which will represent every line from a bunch of stuff. And hopefully we'll get some kind of order, like 1, 2, 3 and so on. There you go guys, it is still kind of ugly, but better than a couple of seconds before. Now all these things, columns, you can grab them individually, stating positions here, but if you want to extract specific columns, your better option is not to tinker too much with extracting stuff from report. Your best option is just to go and change SQL command here. So target specific columns here, and do not mess around too much with reports, because you will probably mix things up and your reports will change over time. So yeah, well, let's grab first 3 rows, columns. So we're gonna say x0 to grab ID, and also x1 to grab name, and x2 to grab last name through positions. So F5, and there you go guys, that was what I was talking about. Right, but question is here, well, how we will get those reports in individual boxes vertically? Well, let me explain, and you will then understand what I was trying to say through example. Right, so here is the thing. Again, we're gonna use for loops. So for x in rows, we will print ID, and now we will target all those individual elements. All. So we will not tinker with specific columns. We will just grab them all one after another. So it's easier to do than explain, as always. So let me see, do I have everything ready and set here? Because maybe we can just grab this thing and copy paste it down there a couple of times, because we need a name which will be at position 1. We also need to grab last name. Oops. Yeah, last name, which will be at position 2. Position 3 is telephone, if I remember correctly. Telephone, and then we will have email at position 4, and position 5 will be final for address, and then we will just print like this symbol so many times. like vertical report. Right, so save and F5, and there you go, guys, we have all of them. Now maybe this will be useful to you, maybe not. Maybe the useful thing will be like example from a couple of minutes ago, you know, that bunch of stuff, but you know both of these. So let me just check. Right, ID1, John Smith, yeah, and then next line we do have all columns up till down there all rows. So Mihaila is at ID 16, so let me check that manually. Refresh, yeah, that's it, so that will work. Okay, that's kind of easy. Now what else we can do here? What is interesting? Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna put this in the comment section, because if you want to grab like a number of rows you have, then you can just say for example print length of rows, and then custom kind of report here like a number of rows, and we're gonna concatenate that, not with plus, just with the comma, and hopefully F5 will give us, right, so 13 of them. Let me check that. Right, 13. Okay, that's cool, that will work. So now we can just activate again this piece of code, and I'm gonna delete single quotes down there, and now you will get both of these. Right, where is that thing? Right, number of rows, and it's a kind of ugly, you know, it's not differentiated vertically, so you can just, you know, steal this code and put it right here, and you can even change it to be hash symbol, and then down there you can say also next line, yeah, something like that. There you go, guys. So now what you can do, well, I don't know, you can generate some kind of CSS report, PDF report, you can push things into some other database. Yeah, that will demand a little bit of work, but you know, that's what we do as programmers. Right. Okay, guys, that's it in this tutorial. Nothing really special. Just don't forget to use this new method we learned here, fetch all, absolutely all, and then when you grab it, everything, then extract all these individual things. So do I have like a custom error messages here? Error while retrieving results, that's fine. Connection closed, that's fine. What else we can change here? Let me see. Well, yeah, that's it, guys. Okay, I'm gonna save it, run it one more time. Everything is cool, and thank you for watching. See you next one.